Dear students, welcome to lecture 13 in distributed systems. In this lecture, the topic is consistency models. So by the end of this lecture, you will be able to know what are the different types of consistency models in a distributed systems. Before looking into what is meant by a consistency model, I would like to rewind what is meant by consistency. You all know that consistency is nothing but the conformity or the correctness, regularity. We can think of all these are the synonyms for consistency. It is nothing but the conformity in the application which is necessary for the sake of the logic. In order to follow the logic, there should be some correctness in the application, or you can think of it as a correct, accurate information, or the fairness. It should be maintained in an application. When you are preparing any recipe, in such a case also, the thickness of the batter should be consistency like this. You may heard of this like that. Means it should be in that correct manner. Like that, in an application also, the consistency means the conformity or the accurate or fairness of information. So, what consistency model is means the degree of consistency, how correct it is, and the degree to be maintained, the degree of consistency to be maintained for the shared memory data. Okay? The degree of consistency that has to be maintained for the shared memory data. Why? Because we have to run the memory correctly for a certain set of applications. When we are dealing with shared memory data, we may have different set of applications from different processes. So, what degree of consistency if we maintain, how correct the applications will run is the concept behind the consistency model. So, it can also be think as a set of rules which can be, which must be obeyed. Obeyed means accepted. Obeyed by the DSM system. DSM is the topic which we have discussed before, distributed shared memory. So some set of rules should be accepted by the distributed shared memory system in order to provide the degree of consistency. So that consistency is guaranteed by the consistency model. Several consistency models means we will discuss 8 types of consistency models in this lecture, which are the main ones discussed in the textbook. I hope you all understood about the consistency and the consistency model. What is meant by a consistency model? The consistency model is nothing but the degree of consistency. What is meant by consistency? You can think of it as accuracy. So the degree of accuracy that has to be maintained for the shared memory data. Why? Because in order to work correctly for a certain set of applications, memory has to work correctly. So it is defined as the set of rules. See, in communication also we will follow the set of protocols. So those are nothing but the rules which we follow in order to communicate with the system. Like that, here also we will have the set of rules and thus applications must obey. Obey means accept by the distributed systems in order to provide the degree of consistency in a consistency model. So several consistency models have been proposed. Now we are going to discuss about them. The first one is the strict consistency model. It is the strongest form of memory coherence. So the first type of consistency model is strict consistency model. It is the strongest form of memory coherence, and they will have the most stringent means strict consistency requirements will be there. It should follow the strict consistency requirements. So first of all, what is meant by memory coherence? It is a desirable condition, means accepted condition where the corresponding memory locations for each processing element in a multi-core processor always contains the same cached data, means multi-core processor comes in a shared memory system. If there is a uniprocessor, we will have a memory which is local. But in a distributed system, we will have a multi-core processor. All the multi-core processor memories should have the same cached data. That case is called as a memory coherence. That condition is called as memory coherence. So the strict consistency model is the strongest form of memory coherence. Means nothing but all the writes means if P1 process writes some data, P2 processes write some data, P3 process writes some data, all that writes should be visible to all the processes. If P1 and P3 are sharing the data and they are the cooperating process, all the writes done by P1 and P3 should be immediately visible to all the processes. That is nothing but strict consistency model. When we will say that a shared memory system is following the strict consistency model means if the value returned by the read operation on a memory address is always the same as the value written by the most recent write operation to that address. Means, for example, P2 has written some variable x is equal to 10 most recently, and the value returned by the read operation on a memory address is always the same. Any other process read that operation or read that value x as x is equal to 10, then it is said to be that it supports the strict consistency model. Why? Because the most recent write operation to that particular address is the value returned by a read operation also. Means the write value is immediately affecting the address. It is updating in the same location and the value read by another process. P1 process also reads it as x is equal to 10. That is nothing but the strict consistency model. So the strict consistency model is nothing but if one process writes the latest most recent value to the address, the value returned by a read operation also same as the value written by the most recent process value. That is, all writes, I have already told this, all write operations should immediately visible to all the processes. Here we have discussed that P2 has changed the value of x is equal to 10 and P1 also reading that value as x is equal to 10. Means that is the process is P2 process changes are immediately visible to P1 process also. If this is satisfied, then we can say that a shared memory system is set to support the strict consistency model. The implementation. How we have to implement the strict consistency model means it requires the existence of an absolute global time. See here, in a distributed computing system, with the synchronization of clocks, absolute synchronization of clocks is not at all possible. So, the existence of absolute global clock is not possible in distributed systems. So, the strict consistency model for TSM system is also practically impossible. Means all the immediate instant effects of right operations are not practically immediately visible to all the processes. That is nothing but the strict consistency model is practically impossible. Why it is impossible? Because of the existence of an absolute global time. In the characteristics of distributed systems, we have discussed that there is no global clock. This is the reason behind the practical impossibility of strict consistency model for a distributed shared memory system. And the second type of consistency is sequential consistency model. So this model is proposed by Lamport and it will support the sequential consistency model in such a way that if three operations are there and they are performed by a memory address in particular order like R1, W1 and R2 means read operation is R1, write operation is W1, read operation is R2. So these are the three operations performed by the memory address in that order means R1, W1 and R2. Any of the orderings of these three operations is acceptable. Means all the process should follow the same orderings like R1, W1, R2 like that. If one process follows the different orderings, then we say that it is not sequentially consistent memory. Okay. So the sequential consistency model was proposed by Lamport. When we say that shared memory system supports sequential consistency means all the processes means any number of processes P1, P2, P3 so on, all the processes sees the same order of all memory access operations on a shared memory. Means every time if there are three processes P1, P2, P3, all should follow the three operations in such a way that R1, W1, R2, W2 like that. Like here R1, W1, R2. So the three set of processes should follow this procedure only. If any one is deviating, if any process is different from another process, then the memory is not sequentially consistent. So a DSM system supports the sequential consistency model and we can implement it by guaranteeing that no memory operation is started until what time all the previous ones have been completed. Means all the memory operations which are going on should complete first. in order to start a new memory operation. So sequentially consistent memory provides a single copy of semantics. Why? Because all the processes are sharing the same memory location and we want to see exactly the same contents stored in it. So sequential consistency is acceptable by most of the applications. And the third type of consistency model is casual consistency model. It is proposed by Kutu and Ahmad. What it means it gives somewhat relaxation for the requirement of sequential model for better concurrency. Means it should follow the same set of operations like R1, read 1, write 1, read 2, write 2 like that. It gives some relaxation of that particular order. So all the processes will see only the memory reference operations which are correct order and they are said to be casually related, and those memory reference operations will casually related may be seen by the different process in different orders. See, with this example we will discuss. A shared memory system is said to support the casual consistency model. Means all the write operations which are potentially casually related, means all those operations are seen by all process in the same order, means in the correct order. For example, there are two write operations W1 and W2. W1 operation and W2 operation. And W2 write operation is casually related to another write operation W1. Means W2 is related, casually related to W1. So the acceptable order here is W1 comma W2, means write 1 comma write 2 operation. We have to follow this acceptable order. We should not follow the W2 comma W1, as the W2 is casually related to another write operation W1. So the acceptable order is after completion of write 1 operation, we should move to the write 2 operation. Then it is said to follow that the shared memory system is following the casual consistency model. So coming to the implementation of this type of consistency model, we needed to keep track of which memory reference operation is dependent on which other memory reference operations. Means P1 reference operation, P1 process write operation is dependent on other memory reference operations, means P2's write operations. So we need to keep track which operations are casually dependent on other reference operations. So for that purpose, we will be able to maintain and construct a dependency graph. Means like before, W2 is dependent on, casually dependent on the W1 operation. Like that, in a dependency graph, we will maintain which write operations are, which read operations are dependent on one another. Sometimes the W1 may dependent on W3 operation. In such a case, what should be the order? W3 comma W1 comma W2. Okay. All those reference operations will be maintained in a dependency graph. Reference operations are nothing but the operations which are casually dependent on other operations are these reference operations. So, in casual consistency model, by implementing this casual consistency model, what we have to do, we need to keep track of which memory reference operation is dependent on other memory operations. Example is W2 is dependent on W1, W1 is dependent on W3, like that. All those details will be maintained in a dependency graph. And the next consistency model is FIFO consistency, means all the write operations are done by a single process and are seen by all other process in the order, means first in, first out, like that. First come, first serve, like that. In the order in which they were issued, all the write operations are executed by one single process. So, here all the execution of write operations are issued by a single process. But writes from different process may be seen in different order by different process. All those will be in a queue format. Means P1 write operation, P2 write operation. After P1 write operation, the next queued process is P2. Like that, the FIFO consistency is called as this one, pipeline random access memory consistency, PRAM consistency, in the case of distributed shared memory systems. So we will look into the PRAM consistency model. The pipeline random access memory consistency, which is called as PRAM consistency model, proposed by Lipton and Sandberg. So it provides a weaker consistency semantics, means the consistency will be somewhat less than the previously discussed consistency models. What is the strict consistency model? We have discussed that it should, in a strict consistency model, it should follow the different strong rules, which is impossible. After that, sequential is somewhat weaker than the strict consistency, and the next casual is also somewhat weak than the sequential consistency. But here, the pipeline random access memory consistency is weaker than all the three consistency models which we have discussed. So it only ensures that all write operations performed by a single process are seen by all other processes in the order in which they were performed. Means if P1 process is running before the P2 process, the order should be P1, P2, P3, like that. So all the write operations performed by the different process may be seen by different process in different orders. For example, if W11 and W12 are two write operations performed by the process P1 in that order, and the two write operations performed by P2 process are W21 and W22. Similarly, the process P3 may see them in the order like W11, W12 of two operations of P1, two operations of P2. What is this view? This is the order view for P3 process it is going to look. But for the P4 process, it may see them in the order like W21, W22, means the set of operations, write operations of P2, P1 operations. See here, because they are pipelined and each process is looking at different operations. This is the example for this. Write operations performed by different processes may be seen by different processes in different orders. Here the order is varying, right? Order is different from here to here. P3 is looking in this order and P4 is looking in this order. Here P1 operations are going first, after that P2, but P4 is seen in the order like P2 comma P1. So this Pram consistency model is very simple and it is easy to implement, and it also has very good performance. So for the implementation purpose, what we need to do is all the write operations performed at each node is independent of the write operations performed on other nodes. Means, I hope you got this point. All the write operations independent of other write operations of other different nodes. They are simply sequential, means they are kept in a sequence manner, line by line. That is this one. Next one, since all the write operations performed by it to complete before starting the next one. So we have discussed almost 4 consistency models before. Now the other consistency model is processor consistency model, which is proposed by Goodman. This consistency model is also similar to Pram consistency model, but with a simple restriction or additional restriction of memory coherence. We have already discussed that memory coherence is nothing but the memory location to which all the processes agree on the same order of all write operations to that location. So the order is agreed by all the processes in which order it should write all the write operations to that particular location. That is nothing but the memory coherence. W1 comma W2 comma W3 like that. What order it should agree? All the processes should agree that same order of write operations to that location, means to that shared memory location. So in effect, the processor consistency will ensure, it gives guarantee that all the write operations performed on same memory location are seen by all the processes in the same order. In the before that, we are looking into different orders, but here in processor consistency will ensure that all the write operations performed on the same memory location are seen by process in the same order, is nothing but the processor consistency model. And the next consistency is weak consistency model. It is proposed by Du Bois et al. It is designed to take an advantage of these two characteristics of any application. What are these two characteristics? Means the results of several write operations. The several write operations of same process or different process can be combined and sent to other process only when they need it. Means if when at any point of time we need all these write operations at that time, then only the results of those write operations will be sent back. And the second thing is, the isolated access to shared variables are rare. Means many applications and a process will make several access to the set of shared variables. Means in the previous we have seen that P2 is accessing the same variable x and also P1 is accessing the same variables. Those are nothing but the shared variables. So the two processes make several access to the set of shared variables. No access at all to the variables in this set for a long time. We will see it with this shared variables. If anybody wanted to access this shared variable, they have to go with the synchronization variable. You will get a concept of critical section where the where the group of code or the statements, group of statements which are shared by two or more processes are kept in a block of statements which is called as critical section. So like that, DSM system also supports weak consistency model, and it uses a special variable called as the synchronization variable. What is the use of this synchronization variable means, whenever any process want to access the entire shared memory, then it will get that synchronization variable. So the operations on it are used to synchronize the memory. To synchronize the memory, these variables are used. Okay, this variable is accessed by the process, and the entire memory is synchronized by making all the changes. Whatever changes it want to make to the memory will be changed only when it has that synchronization variable access, and all those changes will be made visible to all the other processes also. Okay, this is nothing but if you have that this is nothing but if you have any key for a shared room with your classmate or with your friend, hostel room key, then only you can share that room. Like that, the entire shared memory is synchronized, means it will update only when the synchronization variable is accessed. So for supporting weak consistency, the following requirements should be met. What are those means? Access to synchronization variables must obey the sequential consistency semantics which we have discussed earlier, that it should follow, all the processes should follow the same order of operations. And the next criteria or the next requirement is all previous write operations must be completed before accessing to synchronization variable. After getting the synchronization variable, no process is write to operations. All the previous write operations which it is doing should complete before accessing a synchronization variable. And the third is all previous access to synchronization variables must be completed before accessing to non-synchronization variable. Here the synchronization variable you can think of as x is equal to 10, which we have discussed earlier. It is a synchronization variable because it is sharing by two processes, P1 and P2. So all the writing should be completed for a synchronization variables before accessing to non-synchronization variable. If y is a non-synchronization variable which is using by only P1 process, we should not make changes to y before x. Okay. It is very much simple. All the write operations must be completed before accessing the synchronization variable. After getting the synchronization variable, you should not access any other non-synchronization variables. If these requirements are met, it supports the weak consistency. And the last is release consistency model. This is somewhat similar to the weak consistency model, where we have used a synchronization variable, and this variable is accessed by a process, and memory synchronization is basically follows the two operations, like they are propagated or they can be accessed, they can be visible to other nodes also. All the changes made to memory by other process are visible to other nodes, to the processor nodes also. Only the difference is In weak consistency model, we followed a synchronization variable. A synchronization variable is used in the weak consistency model. But the drawback is the system cannot know whether the process is accessing a synchronization variable to enter the critical section or it is exiting from the critical section. We may not know if there is only one variable. We may not know whether the P1 process is already in the critical section, it want to exit, or it is not in the critical section, it is executing its own lines of code and it want to enter into the critical section. So, if there is only one variable, there is a little confusion for the system whether the process want to exit from the critical section or the process want to enter to the critical section. So, the release consistency model will follow two different types of synchronization variables. So, for better performance, this consistency model will follow the two synchronization variables like acquire and release. Whenever it is accessing that acquire synchronization variable, the process can tell the system that it wants to enter into the critical section. What is critical section? Group of some block of code which is accessed by more number of process and it is in a shared memory location is nothing but the critical section. So if any process wanted to execute its critical section, what it should acquire? It should get the acquired synchronization variable so that the system performs the first operation. And the next is release. What is release? Already if the process is in the critical section and it wants to get out of that critical section, it should tell the system that I want to come out of this critical section and I want to execute my own code. For that purpose, what it should get? It will get the release synchronization command. So, with this acquire and release, we can easily get better performance of with the help of release consistency. So, it is the responsibility of the programmer to put acquire and release variables. Wherever the shared data code is there, it should the programmer should take care to put all these acquire before beginning of the shared memory data variables acquire. After that, after shared memory critical section, he has to write or he or she has to write release variable. So with this, the programmer should take care of writing acquire and release variables. And the synchronization mechanism using barriers in a release consistency may also observed. So a barrier defines the end of the phase of execution. Means all the process in the group must complete their execution up to a barrier, certain phase, end of the phase. All the process in the group should complete their execution. Their own execution they should complete up to a barrier, certain point of time, certain phase. Up to certain phase it should complete before any process is allowed to proceed with its execution following the barrier. So, when the last process completes its execution up to the barrier, all the shared variables are synchronized and all the process will resume with their executions. After that phase, all the variables are synchronized in that critical section, and they will resume, they will get back to their own executions. So a quiet is a departure from barrier, and release is completion of the execution of the last process of the barrier. So this barrier service can be implemented by the centralized barrier server. For supporting this release consistency, the requirements which we have discussed like weak consistency model, here also we have three requirements for supporting the release consistency. They are all access to acquired and release synchronization variables. Whatever process want to access acquired and release synchronization variables must obey the processor consistency semantics. The processor consistency semantics which we have discussed earlier, that all write operations should be visible to all the other processors. Refer that processor consistency if you have any doubts. All previous acquires performed by the process must be completed successfully before the process is allowed to perform a data access operation on the memory. This is nothing but before entering into the critical section, it should complete all the data access operations, and all the data access operations which are performed by a process must be completed before release access. Before losing the chance, it should complete all the data access operations. Before getting the chance, it should be allowed to perform the data access operations. So the topics covered in this lecture are consistency and its models. We have seen all these strict, sequential, casual, FIFO, PRAM, processor, weak and release consistency. If you have still any doubts, mail me at gayatricr2021 at gmail.com. Thank you.